So I'm back in Montreal, and I found a couple more cases that were pretty interesting and honestly quite bizarre. So the next few cases are going to be something that you don't want to miss. But this case in particular, we're going to get into the story, but we're going to walk down this road to the hospital where a wife killed her husband inside. Very interesting case. Hanging out with my friend Dave.
Hey guys, welcome back. Good morning.
And just been hanging out with some friends and doing some cases. But anyway, let's get into the story. There honestly is not much information about this case, so I'm going to give you what we have, and then walk to the hospital where this murder happened. Let's get into it. So as I said, we're coming up to Lakeshore Hospital, and this is in Pointe-Claire, kind of west of Montreal. So 71-year-old James Allerhead was a patient here in the hospital. He had Alzheimer's, and so his mental state, his thinking was not the greatest. He had been in the hospital at least one prior time to try to treat some of his mental state, his Alzheimer's, etc. Between June 5th and June 7th of 1998, James's wife, named Therese, was visiting him, and during one of those visits, she ended up shooting and killing him inside the hospital room. She was distressed because James was an English speaker, and he was apparently going to be transferred to like a French-speaking long-term care facility. And so she was, I guess, I don't know, maybe scared about that, upset about that. And so I guess her decision or option, I guess, at that point was she didn't want him to go. And so she just decided to shoot and kill him here in the hospital, in his room. And then she ultimately took her own life inside the same room. So Therese, on the article it says that she was James's common law wife. And so if I remember right, I'm pretty sure that means that, I guess technically they maybe weren't married, but they've been living together for so long that it essentially is like they're married. But she was 64 years old and James was 71. But again, yeah, that happened here at Lakeshore General Hospital. Obviously it's a working hospital still, so I can't obviously go in and film. Now, I looked up James's burial on findagrave.com, and there was only one James Allerhead on that website, and it could have been him, but it could have been someone else. I'm not entirely sure. And so I didn't want to film a grave that I wasn't 100% sure if that was actually him or not. And on findagrave.com it said that the James Allerhead died on June 5th. And the article that I got this information from says that this whole thing happened on June 7th. So again, there's a little bit of a kind of a miscommunication, if you will, on the different articles. But regardless, just an absolutely tragic story. I mean, obviously, like I said, he had Alzheimer's, so he maybe wasn't doing the greatest, but that doesn't mean that it's okay for his wife to go shoot and kill him. I mean, maybe she thought that his mental state was getting worse and worse, and so she decided that maybe the best thing for both of them was just to put him out of his misery, if you will. And then she didn't maybe want to live without him, so she decided to kill herself. But anyway, sad case. Again, I wish I had more information, but it was one small article that talked about it, but I wanted to let you guys know. Anyway, rest in peace to James Allerhead. Again, I do feel like that there should be some more options for people who have Alzheimer's. I feel like I wish there was more treatments and more things that the hospital staff could do to make someone who has Alzheimer's have a better existence, whatever time they have left. Because you always hear of a lot of similar stories to this where someone doesn't want to continue living because their mind is going away,